Hi, everyone watching us at the moment from every corner of our beautiful planet. This is Super Chat 2025 Semifinal 2. Tonight, I have a privilege and honor to talk a little bit with the next second group of our wonderful and amazing semifinalists. Let's welcome them together. Veronica from El Salvador, hello.
Hello.
Sarah D, representing Jamaica.
Hello.
Ishwin from Malaysia, hello.
Hi.
Namakau, Miss Supranational Zambia.
Hello.
Katerina from Ukraine.
Hi there.
Bella representing Sweden.
Hello.
Pauline from Zimbabwe.
Hello.
Pretty much like in the first semifinal, I will encourage you guys, everybody watching us right now on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere else, to please support your favorite candidates. Vote for them in the Supra app. Make sure you have Supra app on your devices, or you can use the direct voting link in the description box below this video. I would also appreciate if you subscribe to the Miss and Mr. Supranational official YouTube channel. Rules of semifinal 2 are very much similar to that of semifinal 1. Our candidates will be answering 3 identical questions with a very limited time per each. 1 minute or 60 seconds for the first question, 30 seconds for the second question, and 60 seconds for the third question. So if you ladies are ready, let's start with question number 1. What motivates you? 60 seconds.
I think that what really drives me to wake up every single day is just to be on service for others. I think that it has been a full journey of always working for myself, but these last months I have found a lot of joy not on just growing myself, but being wired to give to people. So I think that what's something that really motivates me to wake up every single day and just look at the world as I'm going to make an impact, that I'm going to make someone happier, to be kinder, to show respect and empathy, and to listen to people, their stories. So I think that just being in service of other people is what really makes me happy and make me fulfill and make me still become a better version of myself every single day.
That question is short but very powerful. I believe that my driving motivator is just my constant need to be a better version of myself. And every day I try to be more self aware and just take and learn from the different lessons that I experience in life. And I just try to be a better version of myself as each day goes on. I believe that being self aware is one of the most important qualities that an individual can have. And it's not trying to be better than somebody around you or individuals around you, but it's also trying to be better than you were before. I believe that being the best version of myself will allow me to be the best version of myself for the other people around me, for persons around me. And that truly fuels me every day and gives me the purpose of impact.
I would say what motivates me at this point in life is single mothers who are still going forward and looking for the light at the end of the tunnel, even with so many setbacks. That just proves to me that even without the perfect financial status, even without having that much of happiness in life, you can still move forward. If you have the strength in your heart, if you have the resilience, you can definitely do it. So that is something that really motivates me. And kudos to all the single mothers out there who are doing their very best.
What motivates me, I think everyone need a purpose in life to even go up, and the only purpose you need is yourself. Like, obviously, I have my mom and dad, but what I think, motivation come and go. I can go up today, feel motivated, and not even do my like photo shoot later on, or go to the gym. When you're driven is what I practice every day, driven, because how driven is however you feel, you're gonna do it. Motivation comes and goes. So I don't like motivation, but I think purpose is the better than motivation, because if you have a purpose, you go up for your family. If you're tired, you do it anyway. That's it. Motivation comes and go. You need to be driven to survive in this world.
As I mentioned, I'm not only the content creator, but at the same time, I'm a charity ambassador. But I've done charity many, many years before Miss Supranational and, of course, even full-scale invasion in Ukraine. And what motivates me the most is to have ability to help the other people, to illuminate their life and to change the life of all the local people. And I support smart and talented kids from small town and villages, those who have big potential but almost no resources. And in my life, I got two very, very like great example of motivation. So one story happened with Sofia Gaman, a very talented student who got no money. I presented her the very best laptop, and she successfully graduated the school, and she received the highest score on international exams, and now she's the student of the best university. Another one story happened with a small boy, Alexander Kuterenko, who is sick on spinal muscular atrophy, and thanks to my efforts, he's now receiving the best medical treatment in America. Another one, unfortunately, bad motivation in my life is the death of my cousin Vadim Zhirobelo, who died as a Ukrainian defender, and now I'm responsible not only for my life, but at the same time for his also.
What motivates me to wake up every day to chase my dreams is just the childhood dream that I had. And we all have goals and aspirations to achieve at the end of the day. So what pretty much motivates me is the goals that I have set for myself and the aspirations that I have. And I do have people who are looking up to me. I think I do inspire some people. So I think I have to work hard every day and just yeah, and just impress those people and also just achieve my goals.
So basically, what motivates me is my background. I am a young lady who grew up in a village where we used to see modeling and models in magazines and newspapers. And my background defined who I am today. I grew up in a village where I just told myself that one day I have to be anything that I want in this life. And coming from a humble family that taught me to be grateful and to be content, that also gave me a lot of motivation, and that's what drives me on a daily basis. My family, my background, and everyone around me that I come across on a daily basis, they give me power to pursue my dreams and to be resilient and to just go after anything that I desire in this life. So I have a couple of things that motivates me from my background, my family, people around me, and of course my project, the Gratitude Cleft Movement, which focuses on providing free cleft surgeries for babies. It motivates me to work harder and to try by all means to bring positive impact in the lives of those that I come across on a daily basis. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. It was great to learn about your motivations. And now, here comes question number 2. Let me just remind you that you have 30 seconds, only 30 seconds to answer. How do you handle criticism?
I think that one of the things that has helped me a lot to handle criticism is to see it as a kinder and loving eyes, because I understand that bad comments come from people that is having their own issues. So that makes me feel compassion about them. And I always, that's not a reflection of who I am. I know the person that I am. I know the inner growth that I'm doing. So it doesn't have a big impact, but I also know that words can hurt, and not everybody has this mentality. So we need to make platforms like a positive area in space.
So, criticism can be constructive and it can be negative, right? I think it's important for us as individuals to filter the criticism or the critiques that are positive and that can contribute to our development versus the criticisms that are meant to tear us down, right? I think also it's a very important thing to have a set bar or foundation of what your core values are. And that way you can properly assess and see if the criticisms are in alignment with who you are as an individual versus if they're meant to tear you down.
How I handle criticism at this point in life is definitely by just shutting it out. And I'm in the stage of meditation and spiritual. I'm on my meditation and spiritual journey. So all I do is at night, I calm myself down and remind myself that I am much better than this. And if I keep my mind and my heart in the right place, I can ignore the criticism and keep moving forward with the right things in my life. Yes. Thank you very much.
Ooh, I handle it very good actually. I told you I lost six people now, and I go through every day. It's a battle for me. I look at myself every day. To train yourself, to love yourself, is a training every day. I love criticism. When the more hater I have, the better I work out. I have someone messing me some crazy shit yesterday. I went to the gym and did 6 hours instead of 3. So thank you, my haters. You only gonna make me better. That's how I handle it. You know, if I only get like my dad and mom, oh, Bella, you perfect. No, I'm proud but never sacrifice. I love my haters. I even have it like, recording it so I hear it when I'm running, and it's super good for me. So actually, thank you, haters.
I believe that everyone who do anything especially meaningful will face criticism and only the people who do nothing, they are lucky to escape it. And I want to remember you the story with the Buddha. So one person came to him and started to criticize him, to insult him, and he just silent. And he started to do it even more. And he's silent, and at the very end, this guy asked him, like, why actually you are silent? Why you didn't give me any reaction? And he told, you brought me the gift and I didn't accept it. So with whom left this gift? With the person who actually brought it. And that's the way how I also recommending you how to deal with the criticism, to leave the gift to the person who actually brought it. So of course it can be also critical criticism. It always comes from your family members, the people who loves you, but it always will be in the way of advice. And as a blogger with a large audience, I can tell you that most people are trying to criticize you not because you're doing something wrong, but also to manipulate you and maybe to insult you. So that's why, like, just keep the gift with the person who actually brought it.
We all know criticism is like a pavement for us to grow. So we do not have the ability to stop people from saying what they want and from stopping people from giving out their opinions. So I think what I do to handle criticism is I look at what that criticism is coming from. If it's coming from a positive side, I do look at that and work towards that issue. And if it's not, I just don't let anything and everything get through to me. So yeah, that's how I handle criticism. I look at where it's coming from, and if it's coming from a good place, I work on it. And if it's not, I just brush it off.
So, from a very young age, my mother taught me to be very quiet when things are not going the way I like. I've learned to set boundaries with people that bring negative energy in my life. So, what I do when someone criticizes me, I keep quiet, I let them be. At the end of the day, I've got nothing to lose. They always say that in order to avoid noise, you need to respect fools. So I always keep quiet and just continue doing what I do best because criticism does not define us. We are the ones who ought to define who we are because we know where we are going with our own lives. So criticism is something that I just listen with one ear and it goes out with the other ear without impacting or changing the way I am or who I am.
Well, thank you so much. And there's one more to go, ladies. You will have 60 seconds to answer question number 3. How do you make important decisions?
I make important decisions based on the resources that I have and what is the people that I can impact. It's always about, okay, I have these tools right now, I have these instruments. What can I do with this? It's like a management. I always tend to see, okay, what is going to be first, what is going to be second, and what is going to be third. And I also think that it's important to always have like a backup plan, a plan B, a plan C, if everything goes wrong. But one of the things that really makes me think of how can I choose a decision is to put myself on it and imagine the future, as when it's going to happen, how it's going to look like, and how many impact it's going to have.
So everything is a step-by-step process for me. I weigh how much of a priority it is for me, and I kind of set everything, especially because I have ADHD, I kind of have to set everything in a way that is scheduled in my mind. So I have a step-by-step guide in, okay, well, how is this contributing to my development? How is it in, once again, alignment with who I'm trying to be in the long run, right? I think about, do I have to get it done today? Is it something that will affect me tomorrow? Or is it something that will affect me 10 years down the line? So I set everything in pertinence of importance and how much impact it has on me and my life.
Before this, I was a very impulsive person. I would say make decisions on the spot with my emotions. And I realized that that is the wrong thing to do. So now I'm a much evolved person. I make sure I take at least a day or two, weigh the pros and cons, and then make my final decision. Because decisions made in anger, sadness, and happiness are not the right ones. Thank you.
I make important decision very easily. Like I train myself so much. I do 8 hours mind reprogramming every night, so I know who I am. I train 15 people today to go up of the bed. And two of them are multi-billionaires, so I know how to train people. I know because I've been through hell. I didn't told you last time, but I've been from home. My dad didn't live in Sweden. My mom needed to be a dad and a mom. So I didn't, and I was no one can take away this smile. Okay, no one, whatever I go through. So for me, it's like I'm the happiest person ever. Whatever happened, I to take negative to positive. That's all we need to do. We need to be really realistic here. The world is about to go under, so let's be one with each other now and help each other out as much you can do. So that's why I have my platform, and I'm thanking you to make me be in this competition because I'm competitive. I play sport for 10 years. Even if I don't win, it's a win for me to even be in Poland. So thank you for that.
I believe that very best decision we can take only from our heart, not from the anger, not from the wish to insult someone or to make any revenge. But that everything what we do with poor intention only can lead to something meaningful. And at the same time, sometimes you can think that we take the very very best decision, but it passed the time, and in 1 month, in a week, it can be completely opposite. So that's why, I suggest you not to be very obsessed with the idea that to take the very best decision, but to concentrate on the idea that if you, for example, didn't take the very best decision today, it doesn't mean you are not a winner. It means you will be the winner tomorrow, because every failure, every mistake leads to something brilliant, and it always will be the key for your future success. And since the beginning of the war, lots of people criticize me, saying like, oh, why I decided to stay in Ukraine? And at the same time, lots of people recommended me to escape from Ukraine, and I served for the Ukrainian territorial forces, and I was lonely, and I've done the TikTok, which at the result brought me the huge audience, and now I'm lucky to be the TV personality and also the content creator with over than 1.5 million audience. So that's why, you never know, maybe it's something bad happens with you, but it always can lead you to something brilliant. And for that time, I'm lucky that I can proudly say that I changed the lives of lots of people here.
Making decisions is not an easy thing, if I would say. Yeah, it's not really easy because there are certain decisions that requires to think critically before we actually do something. So I might not be versed on everything that happens to me or anything that happens around me. So I do have mentors and people I do look up to. If I'm not really sure on how to handle a certain decision, I do ask for guidance and assistance. And if not, and if I know how I'm supposed to go about that situation, I just do have to make the decision whether it's tough or not. And I just have to consider everything and everyone who's involved and make sure that I'm not selfish when I'm making those decisions. So, yeah, that's how I make my decisions.
So normally when I want to make very important decisions, I consult those that are ahead of me. I always go to my mentor and then I ask for advice before I make anything. And I always also value the decisions that I want to make and check how is it going to impact my life the day after. So my decisions, I first decide what I want, I approach my mentors, I share what I want, I also get to listen to what they think is best before I do anything. And then I get my motivation and then I get some advice and that helps me to decide on exactly what I want to do. I also do research. It depends now with what decision I want to make. I also research and see how other people have managed to make decisions regarding certain issues or similar issues. I do research, see how impactful is that going to be in the future, or positive or negative is going to impact my daily life or the lives of those that are around me, and then decide on a particular issue.
Thank you very much, ladies. It was great to chat to you. Guys, everybody watching us right now, please make sure you have voted for your favorite candidate in the Supra app or check out the description box below this video. There's a direct voting link over there. The voting will be open for 72 hours after this premiere on YouTube. Thank you very much again and hope to see you all in the finals of Super Chat 2025. Bye-bye and see you soon.
Bye.